Hi, it's me, Vamp, and welcome back to the podcast. I know, it's been a cool minute, as the kids say, since I've actually been making this podcast, but that's because, if I'm being fully honest, I've been on a roller coaster, a mix of roller coasters of up and downs, video games, and stuff all together. Okay, so I guess I'll explain. Even though I know that the Warframe podcast, and we'll get into Warframe related stuff in a bit because some stuff has actually happened in Warframe, and I will expand on that in a little bit as well. What I mean by that. So, first, I want to start out by saying welcome to all of you listeners out there. Welcome back to the podcast. Thank you for bearing with me for all the time I was gone. I'm going to try to keep dedicating every week to the podcast, but I'm at the very least going to try a once a month thing. See, I don't really talk about too much. I wanted it to be a Warframe podcast specifically, but it's turning more into a Warframe plus my life podcast, and I think that's okay. I think as long as I talk about some Warframe, it's fine. I think it's okay that it's evolving and becoming a me podcast as well, and not just only a Warframe podcast. I think that's okay. So let's talk about me for a few moments. If you want to skip ahead, I talk about Warframe stuff later on down the line. So if that's what you're here for, that's perfectly fine. Just skip a little farther down and then there you'll have it. But first, me news. Okay. So, the roller coaster up and down has been. On my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/vamp6x6x6x, that's VAMP, like vampire, but vamp, then 6x6x6x, and I reached 3K followers, which was my actual goal for the end of this year. Now, the reason that itself was a roller coaster, because Twitch had this thing where sometimes it will randomly unfollow you from a certain channel, and I guess that happened a bunch of times in a row for me. I'm not sure. So I went from 3,015 down to 3,002, and I thought it was going to fall under 3,000. Now I'm up a little bit still, so there's more of the roller coaster again. But that is not all. Also, I want to say that I actually have been trying to, upgrade my quality of videos for both my YouTube channel, Warframe Madness, if you search on the YouTube, and Vamp Plays. Also, if you search on YouTube, you will find the link to that as well. So, those are very good things. I've been updating my thumbnail game. I even made a class on Skillshare. If you go to Skillshare.com right now and search Vamp 6x6x6x, I made a premium class. Yes, I am officially a teacher on Skillshare. I do a little content creating, teaching, how to start as a content creator. I know I don't have like a billion subs like some people, a billion followers, but it's a basic content creation. I feel like I addressed stuff like, how to get started, simple stuff like that. stuff that I went through, stuff that I had to make mistakes about. So I want to mention about those things. And now let's talk about Warframe for a little bit. I am, of course, going to switch back and forth between Warframe and something else. But let's talk about Warframe for a bit. Okay, so Warframe. The good and the bad. And why I actually said actually has content. Okay, I guess let's start with the good, which is we got an update. Since the last time I've been on the podcast, we got an update on PC. We got the same update on console. So it's officially on all platforms Warframe on. It was a mainline update. What that basically means is not only did we get a new frame and stuff, they fixed some stuff and broke some stuff, but let's not dwell on that. But they are getting ready for future content because I don't know if you know, but there's this new Railjack thing, or I believe it's called Empyrean or something now. It used to be called Railjack. But anyway, it's the brand new content that Warframe is, I don't want to say banking on, but for lack of a better word, banking on. Which is good and all, but now we gotta talk about the downside of that. What that means for Warframe and Warframe future, which honestly, if I'm being honest, worries me a little bit because I focused a lot of stuff around just Warframe. I'm just now expanding beyond just Warframe to other games, to other things. Speaking of, if you guys would like to follow me on Vamp Plays on the YouTube, just search Vamp Plays. That's VampPlays. And if you guys want to sub to me on there, that would be very helpful because I've been trying to make content on there as well, expand my horizon. I told you about Skillshare. I'm doing this podcast. I'm also expanding it. I'm talking about more than just Warframe, simple stuff like that. So, why do I say that it might not be good for Warframe? Because it seems like that is banking on that to do well. And if it doesn't do well, I'm not dissing on anything. I want it to do well. If anything, I need it to do well. I'm a Warframe content creator. Like I said, I just now started expanding. So if Warframe does well, I do okay. If Warframe does terrible, I do even worse right now. But, and this is where I am. In future podcasts, you could hear me tell a whole different story. So I really hope that this update goes well. But unfortunately, and I feel like I wouldn't be a Warframe podcast if I didn't talk about the unfortunate issues that are plaguing Warframe right now. I mean, yes, the content thing, but because of the content thing, which in itself isn't a word thing in this word, but a few Warframe partners, at the time, I am still a Warframe partner, so don't worry about that. But a few Warframe partners have actually took a break from Warframe to play other games, which, it's fine for them. If you need a break, you gotta know when you gotta take a break. But one or two out of those many few that are taking a break have said that they're quitting Warframe. Now, I know what you're thinking. Vamp, it's just clickbait. They put "I'm quitting Warframe" in the title. Then they have billions of people coming. Or are you sure it's not an April Fool's joke? April Fool's not anywhere near here. And they actually, I go to the channel every now and then to check out their other content because currently they're playing Borderlands 3 and I'm a big Borderlands 3 fan. I haven't beat Borderlands 3 yet, so I make sure to be careful about what of their content I do watch. But it's apparent that right now they do not play Warframe. They don't even stream Warframe. And they were one of the people who streamed Warframe every day. They actually have quite a lot of views. They still have way more views than me, but they lost quite a lot. Okay, here's, for example, before when they would, make Warframe videos every day, each video would have around 22K views for them. The last few videos had like maybe 4K views at the most, but they acknowledged in the video that they were going to not be doing Warframe anymore, and they know it would be a big hit to the views, but they had to do it for them. And I actually think it's good for them. If they weren't having fun making content for something anymore, they should, do something that they will have fun making. Now, see, that's the thing. It's a fine line with content creating. You'll have to find that balance between doing what you want and doing what everyone else wants. With luck, and I've been fortunate that for the most part, me and my community, you guys are part of my community. If you're listening to this podcast, you're part of my community. So you guys, as part of my community, are actually, for the most part, it coincides. You guys like Warframe. I like Warframe. I enjoy Warframe quite a bit. Actually, if and that's a big if I ever took a break from Warframe, I'd probably rebrand the podcast as just Madness or something. I don't know. But anyway, for now, I am still enjoying Warframe. Like I said, I'm hoping this is just the beginning. We're getting new players. I don't want to make it sound like Warframe dying, because I don't think Warframe is dying at all. We are getting new players regularly. Now, I will admit Warframe seems to be more popular on YouTube at the moment than it is on Twitch, which is a little odd, but that might have to do because at the time of making this podcast, Borderlands 3 has just came out. So, you know what that means. Borderlands 3 is the big thing everyone's playing, everyone's talking about, everyone's loving, everyone's enjoying, everyone's playing on Twitch. Whenever a big game gets released, everyone is like, oh, I guys streamed this game on Twitch. It's going to be the next big thing. You'll have the smaller streamers streaming it. They're like, yeah, I'm going to become a super big streamer now, just off of 1 or 2 times I played this game. You'll have the bigger, larger viewers playing because, that's where the revenue's at. And then you'll have just the fans of the game in general streaming. And since Borderlands 3's main villains are streamers, it's actually kind of fun, honestly, with that. So that's pretty cool when it comes to that, if I'm being honest. But like I said, Warframe's not dead. It's just more on YouTube now than it is on Twitch. And I have to realize that everyone has to realize that for better or worse, right now it's more on YouTube. YouTube is having a few growing pains right now, I'll admit, mostly because they don't seem to be able to decide exactly what they want, but that's more of a YouTube thing, not really the podcast type thing. We're going to try to bring it back around to more Warframe. So, yeah, that's what happened with Warframe. We got updates and, some streamer left. I guess I should talk about the review bombing incident with Warframe. Excuse me. You guys are going to probably hear me typing for a moment. I actually type very slow. So. Okay, Warframe. No, I didn't mean to put stream. T-E-A. Warframe on Steam. Okay. So I'm going to see if the review bombing situation had changed. Okay. So, it has. Okay. So see, Mixer actually had this policy, okay? If a game is getting review bombed, and not Mixer, if a game is getting review bombed and Steam actually gets a whiff of it that's getting review bombed. In case you guys don't know what review bombed means, review bombed means that what happens is, so review bombs means that what happens is I got distracted, but when people don't like said game or they don't like a change that a game has made, they will oftentimes go on places like Steam and wherever the game is available and just downvote the game like crazy. We're talking 1 stars, downvote, whatever. And then some of it will be ridiculous reasons, some will be legit, but most will just be ridiculous. And then it's just review bombing. A bunch of people who are mad at the developer, usually the developer, for whatever reason, or the game for whatever reason, will come together and, 1 star and downvote the game. Well, that happened with, oddly enough, Borderlands a while back. People were review bombing Borderlands 1 and 2 because of the fact that they didn't like that Borderlands 3 was going to be an Epic exclusive for 6 months after launch. So, what people actually did was, review bomb Borderlands 1 and 2 on Steam. Well, Steam actually had to step in and make a new policy type thing that if it's like a bunch of review bombing, like say hundreds of negative reviews all in one go, they will actually not delete the reviews altogether, but erase them from the overall review score of the game, because Steam has overall review score. They have all reviews and they have recent reviews. Well, it seems like from going to the page, it actually they did that for Warframe too, because Warframe was getting review bombed, so much so that the recent reviews were mixed and all reviews were just positive. But now everything's back up to very positive. So it looks like Steam has done it again, for better or worse, stopped the review bombs in this case. Which is, I want to say good. I think it's good for Warframe. I don't know if you guys think it's necessarily good or not because of the simple fact that means, I mean, it's good that review bombs can't affect the game like that for long anymore. But at the same time, I'm sure there were one or two negative reviews that were like legit. I guess it's just unfortunate time for those reviewers. But yeah. And that's actually all I have to say about that. I guess before I end, I want to really truly thank you guys for being patient between episodes. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys that listened till the end. And yeah, just thank you guys in general. That's actually all I have. Like I said, I'll try to, be more active with the podcasts. If you want more Warframe content, definitely. I was going to say hit explanation point, but that's more of a stream thing. But if you want more Warframe content that I created specifically, go on YouTube and search Warframe Madness, or just go to youtube.com/c/Warframe Madness. Or if you want to see me review or play other games other than Warframe and do other stuff, go to YouTube and search Vamp Plays. That's VAMPPLAYS. Or you can type in youtube.com/CVAMPLAYS. And my link will pop up there as well. And oh yeah, I guess I may as well mention my Twitch. Twitch.tv/Vamp6x6x6x. And I guess that's enough self-promotion for now. I think I covered everything. And with that, I will catch you guys hopefully in the future. Hopefully you guys decide to stick around. But if you don't, I fully understand. The choice is yours. Catch you possibly in the future. Later.